Hello angels, what is up? What is happening, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. How is everybody feeling today? Let's get right on into things. Let's get the ball rolling here. Firstly, I want you guys to subscribe to this channel if you have not. If you are new, hello, how are you? My name is Asha Christina. Very nice to meet you. Welcome to the A-team. Make sure that your post notifications are turned on so that you are notified every single time that I post. I see you guys have been loving the consistency, as have I. So thank you guys so much for all the amazing feedback. Next, I want you guys to follow me on Instagram. That'll be right here. And also, while you're at it, make sure that you are signed up for the A-list, which is my mailing list, okay, where I have a free guide that I want you guys to download. Somebody wrote in the comments the other day that it was better than the ones that they've paid for. That was the ultimate compliment. Thank you so much. And if you don't know, now you know, I have been doing a Quality Queen comment of the day. And that comment comes from the last video. It serves the purpose more of an ego boost. There's usually very little to no interest in the individual, and breadcrumbers like to keep everything virtual. And this comment is going to come from one of my best friends, Angie, who said, "We only cook with breadcrumbs. We don't entertain them, period." I felt this on a cellular level, on a spiritual level. Who's with me? Without further ado, we are gonna jump right on into this topic because I know you wanna see it. Let's jump right into this video. 5 signs that you are being rebounded. This is very timely. Also, this was asked by one of my subscribers. I love this topic so much, so this is for you. Number 1, they love bomb you. They are in love with you for next to no reason. Because what do I say? Make it make sense. And everything sort of feels like it's too good to be true. And let me let you in on a little secret. It's because if that's the feeling that you're getting, it's because it is. You barely know this guy and he's talking about how perfect you are for him and how you are the one. And he's never felt like this before. You almost feel like a sounding board for him to project his feelings onto. Honestly, if you find yourself in a situation like this, run. It's like, honestly, calm down, Chris. You're not feeling this way about me. You're probably just not over your ex. These are probably things that you wish you could say to her. Number 2, the connection feels chaotic. Listen, let me explain. Meaning that it's fulfilling yet empty at the same time. This guy seems perfect. Conveniently like everything you may have wanted, and oh so emotionally available and just so ready and willing and open to explore where things are gonna go with you. And these types of guys usually wanna communicate every 10 seconds. Like, for example, they're sending you pictures every 5 seconds. It's honestly, it's corny. Corey, you're corny. Like, okay, you're talking to this guy for 2 weeks. Every 5 seconds, he's, "Babe, I just went across like this pizzeria and I don't know, I just kind of wanted to like show you that cause I know you love pizza. So like, I just thought like, oh, like, why don't I just show you this pizzeria?" Like at this point, it's irritating. Like, you're irritating me. I'm irritated. You have to show me every single thing you see because everything reminds you of me. You don't even know me well enough to know anything. There's 1,000 pizza shops around the world. You're trying to correlate a random pizza shop with me and give it some sentimental value. Try harder. It's corny. This is not normal to barely know someone, but they have all these grandiose gestures and things that they're doing for you or things that they're trying to say to you. And then in addition to that, you've already slept with them. Yeah. It almost feels like this guy is over committing to you, and what this does is this makes us feel undeserving of it because it's like, I mean, of course I think I'm pretty and I think I'm awesome, but it's like, yeah, you could fall in love quickly, I suppose, but it's been 7 days. I'm scared. I'm uncomfortable. I don't understand where your feelings are coming from. They feel unwarranted. It's feeling suspicious, and I don't like it. You know, and honestly, the reason why you're probably thinking this is because, well, all you guys do is sleep together. There's no depth to any of your conversation. And be careful, because a lot of these guys that are rebounding you, all they want to do all day is sex, 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 sex pistol. Okay? That's all they want to do all day long. Because what they're trying to do is pretend to forge a deep connection with you. And sex is a distraction. It's a tool of theirs to distract them from actually forming a deeper connection with you. We as women are more emotional. I've said this 1,000 times. I will say it again until the day that I die. So a lot of things can get mixed up where we feel like, well, he's really a nice person, and even though I feel like he's doing a lot, like obviously we really connect because we, you know, already had sex with each other, all this stuff. And no girl typically wants to go give her body to this guy because of the deep connection that they have. It's quite unique. It's never been seen before. And then have to start over because you miscalculated. And sometimes because that happens, we stick around longer because why? An investment on our behalf was made. And the best investment, the best one was already made. Your top card was pulled. Number 3, they are bitter over their ex, but they insist that they're over it. You can tell that they're not. So they do things like they post you all the time on their Instagram, and you're kind of just like, this is endearing, but I don't know. Something just isn't right. I appreciate you wanting to show me off, because normally, what's the story, guys? Guys normally refrain from posting us. We're used to the guys that are oh so secretive and they don't put their business on social media, yada, 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 whatever. So this guy, he's pulling a new card. He's like, I'm gonna post you. And not only am I gonna post you, I'm gonna post you almost every day. And then they wanna cover it up with this excuse of, well, I mean, like what? Like I'm not trying to hide you. Like I honestly, like I really like you and I've never felt this way before. So like, why wouldn't I like show you off? Like normally guys, like when they wanna play games, like what they normally do is like, they don't wanna like post girls, and like I'm honestly like nothing like that. So I don't see the problem with like posting my girl. Like, okay, let me reel it in, let me bring it home. I was dating this guy once, and he legitimately, I noticed the first day we met, first of all, he posted me on his Instagram. I didn't like him at that time yet, and that's what happens, ladies, it sneaks up on you. Be careful, beware, be cautious. And I did find it strange, but I guess ignored it per se, because to be honest, I don't tell that many people about my channel, especially people that I date. I have to figure out some new ways to kind of really implement what it is that I do, because this is my life. This is a part of my life, and I shouldn't feel like I have to hide it. I gotta work on some things. I acknowledge that. I digress. So he posts me. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, I don't really like you that much anyway, so you can know what I do. You could post me. He's like, yo, follow my girl like on Instagram or whatever. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I'm probably never gonna see you again, so I thought. And then I found that a couple times here and there when we would hang out, he would always just be filming a yonder, and my leg would be in it, my arm would be in it, my hair would be in it. It's kind of just like, what are you proving here? What are you proving, Peter? And watch their facial expressions as they're posting it. It's like, huh, what? What do you mean watch their facial? Yes, watch their facial expressions when they're posting it. If they have this vindictive look on their face, like, when they're posting, you know what it is, babe. You know what it is, sweetie. They are doing this to get back at someone. And breaking news, it's their ex. They're hoping that someone that they mutually follow that was friends with both of them will see it, screenshot it, and literally send it to their ex so that their ex can be jealous or whatever the case is. Like that same guy had the nerve to tell me, yeah, like, my ex's family was like following me, and I was like, no, like I'm not with that ish. Like I just gotta like block them like for the drama. And I was like, at that time I still didn't care, because it was a bad situation for me. I was in a bad place. Cause saying it out loud, it's embarrassing. It's what is happening? Number 4, they always compare you to their ex. Oh yeah, you're already better than my ex. You know, my ex would never want to just dine in. Like, all she wants to do is just, like, go out all the time and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, No one feels comfortable discussing their ex with a brand new person. It's kind of just like, where's this coming from? It's deeper than this. Or they are so fixated on their ex that they're constantly bringing up memories of their ex to you. Oh my God, it's so funny. I was just thinking the other day that me and my ex, like, honestly, like, not even that she really matters, but you know, we're in like the same place, and it's kind of funny because like her and I had like our first date here, so it's like kind of weird because it's like you're here now, and like, I don't know, like even though I've moved on like completely, like it's just like kind of weird. It's weird. You're weird, William. You're weird. And yes, I am an alliteration queen. I think we get that by now. But yeah, these guys are, in a way, these are honestly sort of gaslighting little things. Oh, but I'm completely over her. I'm not emotionally broken. Yes, this line was actually used on me. I'm not emotionally broken. I am completely ready to move on, you know, to the next thing because I'm grown, and like, you know, breakups happen. Like, who would be mad over a breakup? You would be mad over a breakup. You're mad. You're still mad. Big mad. It's written all over your face. Then they want to end it with but like, honestly, that doesn't even matter because like, honestly, I just want to focus on you, babe. Like, I'm here with you right now. Like, I don't want to like waste the time talking about the past. Like, I want to talk about the future with you, babe. Give me a break. And pay attention to the emotion. Body language is a thing. It's a real thing. Pay attention to the emotion that he has when he's talking about his ex. The guy that I was referencing before, when I asked him, because clearly I knew something was bothering him. Baby, there was a shark in the water. I was like, oh, so like what happened like with you and your ex or whatever? He's like, oh, she was crazy. Like, she was so crazy. That's a lot of emotion that I kind of sensed there. There was a lot said in the body language, but it wasn't said in so many words. You sure everything's okay? No, everything was not okay. He was a disaster. He is not over his ex. Who knows if he will be, when he will be. He's on his own timing. Bless his heart. This is a sidebar. When guys are in love with girls, they do not get over it. Think about when you love an individual, you don't just get over them instantaneously, whether you were forced to break up with them or you had irreconcilable differences or not. You don't just get over that. People that I love, I still love. That love never just dissipates. It turns into a different type of love where you may not have those strong, you know, romantic feelings anymore, but there's still a love there. And especially if it's a fresh, you know, sort of situation, you're gonna be doing anything you possibly can to think that you're trying to get over someone else, getting under someone else. And guys don't really make that sort of connection a lot of the times because they're used to hopping under something else in general. So they don't even think that they're moving that much differently when they're actually hopping under someone else to get over someone, if that makes sense. Lastly, number 5, they suddenly lose interest. Can't keep up the charade, can you? Well, this is probably because you don't have much in common anyway. Come on, be honest with me. You can tell me. I'm not gonna tell anyone. It's our little secret. You don't even like him anyway, and you don't even have that much in common. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm guilty of this myself. Like, I was just like, you know, like, I don't know. I kind of just like, I don't want to say I let him on a little bit. I thought I felt like that. See, the thing is, I know this is rant, guys, but like, I can talk to you, right? I can trust you. I thought that I kind of like this guy, but like, I all of a sudden, as strongly as I felt before, like I kind of don't feel the same. So it's like, what do I do? I don't even really know. Anyways, like, can you like not tell that? So we're gonna get back to the story here. Yeah, you don't have much in common between Netflixing and chilling, and it's not gonna be groundbreaking news that there is no deep connection. There's no substance to you guys' connection. There's no substantial conversation. Every 5 seconds, the conversation is, wow, you're so hot. Honestly, I'm so lucky. Like, wow, you're just like smoking. You're just, wow. You're just annoying. Because all you're doing right now is complimenting me. And I'm not an idiot, and it's insulting to my inteligente. Oh my God. I don't think that's correct. It's insulting to my intelligence that you think that complimenting me every 5 seconds is going to confuse me and make me feel like, oh my God, he really likes me. He's so sweet. He's saying how hot I am all the time. Big whoop. I know I'm hot. Come on. And guys also, I want to note this, that are rebounding you, they sort of treat the relationship like it's an old relationship. They don't do new things because they're not trying to start something new, whether they are conscious of it or not. What they're actually trying to do is get into the routine of what it was that they were used to from the ex. So staying at home all day and wanting to stay in because you're not really a going out type of guy. You like never go out and you never drink. Okay, you don't like going out? That's not what I heard. That's not what I'm noticing. Okay, all right, the lies they tell. So this sort of dynamic of suddenly losing interest is gonna be a very hot and cold dynamic. This is exactly what happened to me. Very hot and cold. Mind you, you have still been on the fence. You haven't really let your emotional guard down because it all feels very, what is this? That's how it feels. Really like, ugh. So one day, because they text you every single day, consistently, 8 a.m., you know their schedule by now. They call you for their lunch break. You know what they're doing at every given time. It's just information that they offer, and they kind of want to solidify this trust with you. Like, I tell you wherever I go, I tell you all the things that I do. You have no reason to not trust me. I'm just an upfront guy. And then one day, you don't get that good morning text. So you wait, and you get the text at 3 p.m. Oh God, babe, I'm like so like tired today. Like, first of all, how are you not at work? Secondly, why do you actually sound like you're still in bed? What really happened here? Another drunken episode, right? Whatever it is, it don't make sense. And I like to make it make sense. So the good morning texts have begun to stop. You don't know this yet, but I can promise you, this will stop. Once they mess up and they fall off the train, it's very difficult for them to get back on. They can't keep up with the show anymore. It's canceled. They blame it on tiredness due to personal stuff, and said that they're sorry for not elaborating on it more. They just didn't want to be so negative. How is it that all of a sudden you went from being extremely and borderline uncomfortably reassuring and transparent, and all of a sudden you're uncomfortable on your own at really actually explaining to me what's going on with you on a deeper level? You had no problem being fake deep all that time, but now you don't really actually know how to open up. Kind of seems like you're emotionally broken. All the weird jokes, stop. You know those jokes, honestly, I think our babies would be so cute. Like, you are just the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Like, your face is perfect. Like, honestly, look at us together. We would look so good together. Because what this does is it subconsciously makes us feel like, wow, this guy's in it for the long haul. Like, he kind of makes jokes saying like, you know, like what would our babies look like? And we're not used to guys all the time saying these types of things. So it's kind of endearing to us because it's feeding our ego, but at the same time, it is borderline creepy because it's like, hey, it's only been, you know, it's less than a month here. I don't know, whatever the time span is, it's still creepy. And so you sort of assume that he must be in it for the long haul. Yes, he's kind of creepy, but hey, maybe he really is just kind of corny and wants a long-lasting relationship. Who knows? So you stick around. Like, honestly, who even jokes about something like that? I'm sorry, like, are you like a 33-year-old desperate woman who thinks her eggs are gonna freeze up and you need to have babies immediately? Like, what is really going on here? But all in all, everything gets cold. They start distancing themselves from you. Communication gets less and less. They start breadcrumbing, only answering to your Instagram stories, sending you memes, keeping the conversation very artificial. Now, let me get this straight. You went from wanting to show me off to all your family and you can't wait for your mom to meet me, to you just have a lot going on and you didn't know your schedule was gonna be this busy. You didn't check in with your assistant and, you know, you forgot that you were always this busy because you were just so taken aback by my beauty and my sudden entry into your life that you didn't realize that, well, the rest of the year's planned for me already. I'm not really sure, you know, what I have to do. I can definitely try and squeeze you in, but I'm just like so busy, babe. Like, you think I don't want to see you? Of course I want to see you. I want to see you every day. But you know, like, you gotta work. And then they know the right thing to say. They blame it on family and friends so that you feel like, wait, if it's your family, I'm not gonna ask you to like, you know, dump your family to like hang out with me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna ask you to like ditch your friends who you've known longer than me to like hang out. They know you're not gonna pry, or you're less likely to pry when they say that. Or sometimes while they're distancing themselves from you, they'll pull the, I just figured like you like needed some space because like you kind of didn't seem like you were like really like that into it. So like I just kind of wanted to like give you like space because I felt like, like I don't know if I came off like a little strong in the beginning. So like I kind of just wanted to like let you breathe and stuff like that. And plus like it's not like I'm like hooking up with girls like at the local pub like outside in my car. Like I'm not doing those things specifically. They cannot simply keep up the charade any longer. So of course the ball's gonna drop. And now when it's time to really get to the meat and potatoes and the deep reason for your sudden adoration of me that came on strong, just as hot and heavy as he came in, he left just as swift. And these types of relationships, barely, honestly, they're not even relationships. These types of situations are very confusing. And this is what happened to me. It was just like, wait, what was the point of that? Like I liked you. What happened? What was that? And you sort of start to obsess more about what it wasn't and what it meant, as opposed to sometimes the reality is some people just suck because they're hurt. Hurt people. And it is what they're doing in that time of what they're supposed to be doing, which is healing. They're going the vengeance route. They're going the numbing route. They're drinking every 5 seconds. They're trying to hook up with this girl, hook up with that girl, post this girl. And this is what they're doing because they are not actually over their ex. They're rebounding you. And here's how you can avoid these types of things. You don't accept any of those things. You know when something feels completely off to you. And I always tell you guys this, lean into your intuition, pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. Pay attention to that. There's a reason why it feels uncomfortable. There's a reason why everything feels too much. And there's a reason why, boom, he can't keep up the charade any longer. And he muddles it in with, I'm just going through a lot of, personal things. I don't know, I'm just like on my man period. Okay, Matt, because that's a thing. Okay, sure, I'll give you your time. What do you need? A week? How long does this cycle last? Next thing you know, this cycle is lasting all month. And essentially, they ghost. That's what they do. They end up ghosting because you were there to fill a void. Once they realize, oh crap, it's actually not working, they gotta move on to the next hot and heavy thing because now they are at an emotional stop. It's like, oh my God, this is not as exciting anymore. Oh my God, my posts are not actually going to my ex. I'm not hearing any feedback from how jealous my ex is over the new girl that I posted. You see where I'm going with this? It's just not working. So they have to give it up. So angels, in conclusion, do not ever let a guy rebound you. Don't ever. And now you know when it's happening. Because if you don't know better, you can't do better. And if you know better, you gotta do better. You better do better. Tough love. With that being said, angels, do not forget that I love you and God loves you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.